This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use code 199NUTS for $1.99.com. Defense Soap. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off your entire order. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 176.
176!
My name's Igor Weigel.
I'm back with the MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans, where we walk the line between serious
Whoa, double tap, triple tap.
and ridiculous, cordless laptops.
Okay.
The caffeine, they have some.
We're fucking off the hook here. Welcome to the show, motherfuckers. What's happening? Dollar bills?
Yeah, I forgot, but real quick, Grand Theft Auto stimulus package
When?
delivered.
Already?
Delivered. I have
Already?
$500,000 in my account.
When?
It happened. I
It
don't
did?
know.
I thought it was supposed to happen Tuesday.
It's already in your account. Check.
I'm trying to finish the single player mode, which is off the hook, by the way. It's fucking crazy. It just keeps getting more and more crazy. I love it.
Oops.
Well,
Well, I was going to say, the problem is, I don't know how to spend the money.
you got to buy some apartments or something.
Bitches, we could make it rain. I got to go to the titty bar. Right?
I read somewhere you can play like tennis against each other or something. Darts. Let's go online and play tennis against each other, man.
Yeah.
Instead of really playing tennis,
Actually-
let's play online tennis.
They have the shooting range. We could go to
Okay,
the
there we
virtual
go.
shooting
There we
range
go.
instead of the real one.
Okay, and then I can drink and it's still safe. And
Yeah, we could drink and shoot and then drive and then go get some hookers and blow.
yeah,
Can you get drugs in the game? What a
I haven't
ripoff.
seen any drugs in the game, not that I recall.
I thought, couldn't you trip in one of the other games? I thought it
Oh,
was
I'm
high
sorry.
as
What
fuck.
am I talking about? Of course,
Tripping
there's
balls.
drugs. I smoked like a joint in the game, and it was all crazy aliens were coming at me. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
Is that on the other side? Not on the online, but
Yeah, right.
the story mode.
It's a story mode, and some weird shit happens. And then there was another time where you're like, drink something, and like somebody drugs you. That was fucked up. Like driving.
And then you woke up with your asshole bleeding.
Yes. These things happen in MMA, Matt.
Apparently, where is Gus Johnson, you sexy bitch?
He's doing
we need
like
him. He's
boxing.
doing football, isn't
football.
he?
I don't know, something. Who knows?
Mm.
He has purple lips.
That's how you get him purple. You keep working it.
Sucking all that cock.
I don't know.
All right. Speaking of cock, got any news for us?
Did you see this hockey goalie rape fight with?
No.
I think it was Ray Emery.
Rape fight. Sounds okay.
When two people want to fight, and well, actually, when one person wants to
gangbang.
fight, and the other person doesn't want to fight, that is rape fight.
Okay.
So here you go.
Ooh.
As soon as, well, the
Ooh.
goalies are gonna come in a minute here.
I like the action so far. There we go. Ooh, the ref got in just in time. Come on, ref, get out of the way.
So that goalie wants no part of this, and he.
Oh, dude, to the back of the head. Come on.
There's no rules. They go. This is
Oh,
hockey.
uppercut. Ooh, damn. Nobody gonna stop this?
No.
This is a beat down right here.
No,
I love it.
that's old school hockey.
What happens if the goalies fight? Do they both get like
They
penalties?
just get I think the team gets a penalty, but they don't serve it.
You gotta love hockey. The goalies can fight, and it's like you guys can still play, but somebody's got to go sit down. It's all good. Don't worry. So that's fucking awesome.
Unless he's gonna get an instigator. I didn't follow to see. If
What's
he
an
got the
instigator? Is that like a 10-minute major,
Well,
minor?
I don't know the rules anymore. You used to be able to get those and still fight, and it used to be. I think you could get two, where you throw the gloves down and the other guy doesn't per se.
That's my favorite part.
Oh bullshit!
If you throw the gloves on and the other person doesn't, then you get a
Yeah,
penalty.
and then you start fighting them. Like that's instigating. I don't know. They make all these game rules. If you want to fight, you
retarded.
should be able to fight.
What do you mean, instigator? Of course I'm instigating. It's fucking hockey.
Exactly.
Come
Well,
on.
this goes into the point of you look at other sports. I'll use baseball for example.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sport where you shouldn't be allowed to fight because look at all of the fucking sucker punches that happen, and
yeah.
like old men like Tommy Lasorda getting his ass kicked
Oh, yeah.
in that one big brawl.
Yep.
And I was arguing with Brian about this point because he likes fighting in baseball. I said, that's ridiculous. If you want to fight, it should be 1 versus 1.
No, it's
or,
bench clearing brawl.
or unless you're Bob Probert on the Red Wings, it should be the entire Blackhawk team versus that guy because he's all coked up and crazy, and nobody can stop him. The guy's banned from Canada, for fuck's sake. So you got to
the guy
take
with
5
his skate
people.
before.
Wasn't he banned
I don't know.
from
He was
playing
crazy.
in Canada because he was
crazy. And then didn't he play for the Blackhawks?
Yeah,
too, for a while?
when he was past his prime, we picked him up, which is a
He was
smart
off
move.
the coke.
Yeah, you need him coked up. If you want an enforcer, he's got to be fucking coked and fucking TRT to the T.
I don't know. Hockey's got weird rules. But baseball, I remember like Nolan Ryan getting charged by somebody. Like
Yeah, it was Robin Ventura.
Yeah.
And he half committed. It was a problem. All he did was run out right into the
I was
armpit.
like, come on, you little fuck.
And they just started ringing him up with uppercuts.
That was badass.
Like, oh my god, an old man is beating your ass, Robin.
It's kind of stupid to try to fight a pitcher. I mean, that guy's got a lot of power in his fucking strong hand.
Well, I think the problem is his name is Robin, too. And Robins
Robin
usually
Ventura.
don't fare well in fights.
Wasn't he a left-hander? White Sox, Robin Ventura? I don't know.
I don't remember these things.
I used to watch baseball. I'm telling you, I've said this before maybe
What's
on
that?
the show. The year I was like, I want to say I was about 17 or 18, 17. I booked a trip to Toronto to watch the White Sox play, and that was the year the fucking season got canceled. Since then, I don't watch baseball anymore. Fuck you, baseball. Ruined my whole trip. I had to go. I had to go anyways, and it was like, no, the Tigers. Are they playing the Tigers? I forgot. I don't know. Something like that.
It doesn't matter. It's just a game.
They're playing somebody. The
canceled.
Blue Jays were playing some fucking person. I don't know. And they canceled that shit. So we went to Toronto anyways. And at 17, you're not old enough to go drink or anything. So we just fucking tore it up in the hotel
Even
room.
in Canada? I thought,
Ridiculous.
or was it 18?
19.
Ugh.
19.
Well, it's like those people that went to Washington, D.C. when this shutdown happened.
Mhm.
And they closed all the fucking monuments and people were trying to get married and they couldn't get married in front of places.
Gay marriage?
Whatever.
Same sex?
Sure.
Donkeys?
Okay.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
are the same sex
I want
have
to
that?
marry this donkey. I love him.
I don't care. You can do whatever you want.
I
As
don't
long
know.
as that donkey loves you
He
back.
understands me.
Who am I to say no?
I don't know.
You're out of it. He's had like 8 beers. He's fucking out of control.
No,
Out of
I'm
control.
still drunk from last night.
It's all good. Moving right along. So John Jones makes the cover of EA Sports, and he
Yes, I like it.
step 1, and then step 2. There's a vote for who's going to be co-cover. There's 16 people going head to head on a
Ronda
vote.
Rousey.
I don't even know if she's in the running.
She's not?
It's
Wow.
kind of
She should
blasphemous.
be, yeah.
And Cain Velasquez, not one of the contenders.
Why? Because he's fucking Mexican?
I think it's racist.
That's bullshit.
I don't know. Brown pride, you can go. Brown pride.
Yeah.
But the other question is there a curse? Does John Jones need to worry about
Yes, there's been numerous people who got seriously injured. I can't remember anybody, but I'm saying it's
stuff?
happening.
And they had if they didn't get injured, they had a shitty season.
Yes. So
It's just
I think
confirmed.
even Adrian Peterson was on the cover.
Yeah.
Of Madden and all that shit. Barry Sanders. I mean, it happens over and over and over again.
So you should say we should put GSP on the cover then?
Yes. Please.
GSP and Dominic Cruz.
Okay. Well, Cruz already has been injured for like
Well, he's
12
pretty
years.
much done. But
He's an old man now.
maybe it was a pre-curse.
Fucking
They knew he
senior
was going to be
citizen.
on it.
He's coming out of retirement from like
2.5
He's
years.
got Medicare like just a year away. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's very strange why that is. I wonder why. The curse of the EA Sports.
I don't
cover.
know. Is it the pressure?
Could be.
Is it extra money? Does he get extra money to be on the cover? Does he get any money? That's another question. Probably not. I doubt it.
Oh,
The UFC gets all the money. Remember, don't they all sign their likeness away?
Yeah,
You just get more exposure, which may lead to more sponsorship,
that's
more
true.
money from the other side.
Yeah.
It's always this back end side.
Like Johnny
you know?
Hendricks being sponsored by Reebok for this fight.
Yes, that was massive.
It's crazy. And George, I think, what does he got? Under Armour?
Vada or something. Vada.
Vada.
I don't know.
Oh,
who's
he's being-
sponsoring him.
Oh yeah. Here's my non-positive drug test by the company that's sponsoring me.
And no numbers. No numbers were posted
Yes.
either. It's just a letter.
Passed. It just says passed. You've passed.
The guy with a thumbs
Way
up.
to go,
on
George.
there. And George has got his arm around him, thumbs up. Yeah, fucking
Vada is the
bullshit.
best.
It's horse shit.
That was,
We'll go more into that when we get
yes,
to the
we will.
fight.
I'm trying to. What do you
You're
call
all
that?
there.
Preluding.
Yes.
The teaser. It's like a cock teaser. You know.
Okay.
I don't know. Just saying.
Hey, here's one. What rule would you change in any sport to make it better?
Me?
Just in general. Okay.
Any sport to make it better?
Yeah.
Does it have to be MMA?
No, just anything.
Okay. I think they should allow fighting in basketball.
I think they do.
They
Let's
should
say some
allow-
motherfuckers get
They
hit.
should
There's
allow
some-
it. If you want to fucking brawl, it should be like hockey. Because that shit's like, sometimes those so heated, someone would just be
Was-
able to walk up to LeBron and just go,
What was the
boom!
one where, was it Artest, or he ran up into the crowd?
Oh, yeah, that was in Detroit.
Someone threw some shit at
Oh,
me.
yeah, it was
Fuck,
crazy.
I'll knock this motherfucker out. It was
crazy,
like
man.
slap shot, where the guy
Crazy.
was going into the crowd.
It's a bench clearing, stadium clearing brawl. Caused like a riot. So, that was fucking awesome. He's now changed his name to something else.
World Peace,
He's
Omega,
I don't know.
Alpha,
Fucking
Beta.
weirdos. Him and
I don't
Kanye
know.
West. Fucking North by Northwest or whatever the fuck the kid's name is.
Snoop, whatever.
Weirdos. Snoop Lion.
Now he's something else now.
Snoop Lion.
Is he
Lion.
still Lion? I thought he changed it to something else.
Maybe. I don't know.
You're just going with Lion
I
from
like
now on.
Snoop
You just
Lion.
want to wear your hat and glasses for another show.
I do. That was pretty awesome. I felt invincible.
You
It's
could
going to
be.
get cold enough here again for that to be possible. So, anyone wants to sponsor me wearing the hat, the glasses.
$5.
Get some Tommy Bahama up in this motherfucker.
See?
$300 glasses.
Done and done.
Oh, I wouldn't do it.
So for me, I want a rule change. I want, if it's a woman's sport, no clothes,
I
Ingo.
like it.
No clothes.
Okay.
I'm talking MMA. You could have Rousey versus Tate.
Is there fish hooking of the taint in that
You
case?
can do whatever.
Okay.
If a finger goes in an orifice, it's all good.
That's considered anal gangbang?
Whatever. Women's pool. I like the sticks.
no clothes?
The shaft. No clothes.
Okay.
What's
Ooh,
the
that would be
other
interesting.
sport?
Like if they have to reach and one leg goes up. And
That's right.
That'd be interesting.
Beach volleyball.
Oh, dude, the beach volleyball chicks.
That's top notch. The Brazilian lady.
It's like porn on TV, on ESPN porn.
And then I'll throw another. Even the curling. How you like that?
Oh, those chicks are pretty beefy, dude.
It depends what country.
They weren't a
they're
lot
from.
of clothes. It's hard to tell. but I'm
Canada.
saying
Oh,
they're kinda beefy.
Canada.
They say those French women they put out.
I guess I'm okay with
I'm
that.
not sure. They smoke. They put out. They drink. They party.
We like that.
They're
we
northern.
like to party. Okay.
I'm not buying your. I'm not buying your bait.
Which
I
one?
don't know. Is there a song? We like to party.
I don't know.
We're off this
There
page.
sure is. I don't remember it, but it's right
on
there.
the tip of my tongue.
Chuck Norris, Action Jeans. He's ready to come get you every show, Ingo.
Yes.
Every time I look at the camera, I'm actually looking at Chuck Norris's cock because it's perfectly lined up from where I sit.
Yeah. Those
Adult
jeans,
size,
They're
Ingo.
tight enough jeans where you can see his cock.
Kicks. And the last thing I want to mention, YouTube comments and Google Plus comments. There's a good video out there, but I will give you double fuck off. I don't, every time I log into, you want to be this guy or that guy? I just want to be what I signed up on YouTube for.
I just want to browse your page. Please stop making me pigeonhole myself into a niche or genre.
Yeah. And then Google Plus does it too,
Yeah.
or Google when I'm
Fuck
logging in, and then I want to log into our other
Yeah.
account.
It's all in the name of tracking whatever you're doing, I think.
Yeah.
Is what the key is.
And now everything's gone from easy one click to I have to do 5 clicks to change
Yep.
accounts. Oh, you want to check the Google News? You need 3 more clicks.
Yep.
You want to log in? 2 more. Fuck you. We're not going to use Google.
Speaking of Google News, I think we may be approved. I'm not sure.
We like Google News.
I got an email that says your process is under review. So that's a good sign, hopefully. How many dicks do we have to suck to get on that fucking list? That's the question.
0. 0 dicks will be sucked.
Good.
Lots of pussy will be munched. What?
I
I
don't
can't
know.
say that. James Brown is dead.
What's the theme of the show? Dicks?
Bloody Marys, Ingo. Running low.
Are you done with the news?
Yes.
Speaking
Done
of
with the
dicks, UFC 167.
No.
Not. Just kidding. Premature ejaculation, sir.
news. Thanks. Premature ejaculation.
Let's talk about this
All
fucking
sorts of
weekend
anal
fighting.
speculation.
All right,
Go.
I'll bring you to
I'm going to
current.
reload.
I forgot what happened on Wednesday because my fucking TiVo didn't record that shitty ass card. I mean, excellent
Fight
card.
for the troops.
Yes, something happened.
Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy blew up.
Leaping left hook.
Yes, it was spectacular. And is that all you want to say about that?
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
about
I
all I
wanna
want to
say
say about that.
Ultimate Fighter was boring, and
Still watching it, huh?
yes,
I thought you said,
unfortunately.
fuck this, I'm out. I'm
I
back
wasn't,
in.
unfortunately. But let's talk about this card that happened on Saturday. The UFC in Brazil, What the fuck?
Go ahead. There's
Talk
a
about
lot
the
of
finishes, man. Jesus
A lot of
Christ.
early ones.
You
huh?
know what? The thing is early the
What?
Brazilians, it was not looking good. They were getting
They
the
didn't
shit.
fare too well, did they?
No.
Overall, typically they do well.
Maybe it's the law of averages catching up here. You know, eventually shit's gonna go
Or the law of people I've not heard of ever.
knocking the shit out of other people that we've never heard of. So you had mentioned something earlier. Who was it? Your boy that Thatcher, Ryan Thatcher. What the fuck is his
I don't
name?
know if he's my boy.
Brad Thatcher. Is that the right name?
I don't fucking
I
know.
lost my shit.
Now I have to look up. I don't know. I'm
There
trying to
was
make a drink. This guy's
Sorry.
fucking talking stuff.
Can I just talk about the main event? Is that okay?
Brandon Thatch.
Brandon Thatch. That's it. Sorry, that
Son of a
was pretty
bitch.
spectacular. I gotta ask you.
What?
Do you think that Vitor Belfort may be the most transformed fighter in MMA history at this point?
Especially for a resurgence and a guy that
He's mixing drinks as he's doing this. He's
Trying to-
multitasking.
think and drink doesn't work too well. Who's actually turned his career around.
Yeah.
And added new wrinkles to his game. So he's I got a couple other thoughts too in here. Where you look at the power mullet he came in with.
Which had
With
like Jesus cross.
Jesus on one side, lightning bolts on the other, and he's got TRT and Brazil. He's got everything on his side, so like no fucks were given by him that day.
Nope.
No quarter, no nothing. So how? It's almost like Henderson didn't have a chance.
But isn't he on TRT as well?
Well, I don't know if he's on the Brazilian level of TRT. I'm not going to say
juicing?
that he's on a Jesus load of TRT, but I think he's on a Jesus load of TRT out in Brazil.
Okay.
I don't know what the levels are tested for. But that doesn't fucking matter because you know what? As much shit as you ingest in your body, you still need the skills to pay the bills. And
True.
he's showing it with the fucking leg kicks, or not the leg kicks, but the kicks in general, plus the speed. And the biggest thing out of all this is the fucking accuracy.
Timing.
The accuracy. Like,
It's
how many
crazy.
times did he hit him on the button? Every fucking
don't
shot
know.
was bing, bang, bing, bong, bong!
Ba-dum,
I'm
ba-dum.
going to hit you with a left head kick, throw it off leg.
Well, there was a funny quote about the post-fight press conference that one of the major websites. I want to say it was like Bleacher Report or something. One of the reporters was like, "Yeah, Vitor Belfort should replace all of the comments to God with TRT. Everything he said, anything where he said, because that makes a lot more sense." But I mean,
I give all my glory to TRT.
yeah, it's.
Praise TRT.
There's a good comparison I saw on the underground of like other guys that have been on TRT, Henderson being one, before and after TRT, which Dan doesn't look, party foul.
Hello.
Dan doesn't look that much different on or off TRT, but Vitor looks noticeably different. He's back to his like old days of like how fucking jacked up he was back in the early UFC days.
That's what you call a Jesus load, Ingo.
Is that just muscle memory where he juices back up to that, or is it just he's
Could be.
just hyper juicing?
It could be hyperjuicing because the thing is, what I would like to see as a person not on the juice but curious about where these guys' levels are, if they're going to be on the TRT, I think they should make public where their fucking testosterone level is when they test them. Like,
Okay,
let's
that's
see,
fair.
because what is the range they're supposed to stay in? I've forgotten now. Like, there's a normal
Under
accepted
700, I
range.
think. But here's the thing too, because according to like Craig, and even Keith Kaiser was on the show a few months back, like the varying ranges of normal human beings is really
Right.
like I had mine tested. I was in the 300s, which Craig said from looking at my numbers because he's a doctor, he's like that's perfectly normal. But then there's other guys at my age who could be at 800, and that could be perfect,
Right.
which would explain why I'm not like beefed up because
So I'm at 100.
That's why I'm not naturally big, because I don't have a high testosterone or whatever. But it's not below. But then how come these guys can go and do the TRT and they can get to those like maximum levels and it's okay? Why is that the case? I don't know, But
I don't know. What's the question now?
I don't know.
Where are you
I
going?
talked myself into a corner. What was your question?
I don't know.
You said you wanted to have them
I just want
publish
to
the levels.
see what the levels are. Like, to see where everyone's at. I'm just out of curiosity.
But it seems like there's no like this is my problem with the
What?
whole thing. There isn't like a set of rules. It's okay, you're under this particular thing, you're okay, but what if you're right at it? Or what if you're
If 800's the top, we keep them at 799.9.
Yeah. So is that normal? No, it's not normal for a 46-year-old, 43-year-old man to be at 800 fucking, TRT level testosterone.
Well, it depends too, because where's the Brazil level?
That's 2,000.
You're right. I'm just saying,
Like,
I don't think that's ever been published. Like when we test in Brazil,
No.
where do we go to?
Yeah.
What's the accepted range? Or do we have an accepted range? I'm just saying he looks very swole.
He's huge, dude.
Did you see his
fucking
melon?
Gigantic.
His melon is massive. That's
crazy.
usually
And
sign one.
He's fast as shit. It's ridiculous how fast he is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's crazy. Well, he said he would come off TRT to fight Anderson Silva.
No,
but I say, why do that? Why not have those two fuckers fight in Brazil? Biggest card ever in UFC history.
Fine.
That shit would go down.
Done.
So let's talk about this fight, okay?
But yes.
You want to talk about this actual fight?
Yeah, I want to say first off, that was a fucking blasphemous stoppage, Jingo.
Come on.
Dan Henderson was rolling for a knee bar.
Okay.
He had his leg locked
was
up.
sleeping.
He was getting ready to go over and hyperextend it.
He was it Mircleata had his knee on him? Was it Mircleata?
Yeah.
I think.
He
And
might have,
Dan
I don't
was
know
like-
who he was knee barring.
He was even smiling. He was in La La Land. He was out. This Dan, he may have been conscious 2 seconds
He was
later.
totally conscious.
But he was fucking out, dude. That uppercut was one of the most ridiculous.
Would you say it lifted him off his feet?
You can watch the
and slid
replay.
under
I watched the
bus?
replay 100 times, and I'm like, this is crazy. Dan's coming forward,
Yes.
and Vitor catches him just at the right time with that left uppercut,
Yeah.
and literally knocks his feet out from under him, and he goes flying.
That was the spilled bag of ice making a comeback.
Yeah.
It's a little
Fucking
slippery.
lifted him off the ground with that shit. And props to Dan Henderson. Dude, there's not a lot of guys who can take that shot and still be conscious.
How many did he take? Because he pulled guard at that point.
Yes.
I'm here, I'm there, and looking for an armbar.
I mean, he stood up, and it was like, okay, here's another fucking kick right to the... Oh, it was brutal. And that didn't even knock him out.
No.
I think hitting the ground is what did it, but it was brutal. I mean, Vitor, scary. Scary when he smells
Scary
blood.
in Brazil. Question is, what's he going to look like if he fights in the U.S.?
I don't know. But
And it still remains to be seen, will he get a license?
Well, Nevada already said that they wouldn't. So maybe Keith Kaiser and crew will change their tone. I don't know if they bring the huge
But
ass
does
fight.
he need to fight in the U.S.? I don't give
No.
a fuck if he's going to do this fucking reign of terror in Brazil and have huge cars. Fuck it. Leave him out there. Let him
why not?
dial it down.
I think Dana's happy about it. Who cares?
Yes. He's a draw. That's why he fights in Brazil.
The problem is, though, those cards don't... was he on a pay-per-view? No, they're always free. Right? Hasn't he been free the last few times?
Yes, history.
The card,
Go.
if you put it on pay-per-view, no one's going to buy it.
Oh, no, that's card. That's
So,
a card.
yeah,
A
15
fight from said card.
Yes. So, I don't know. The only thing that might make sense is if you
What?
do a big, like, UFC 200. Are we close enough? We're not really close enough. We're too far away. Vitor's going to be 90 before UFC
He'll
200
still be fighting.
But, yeah, I don't know. What do you think is going to happen with Dan Henderson? Is he going to retire? Is he going to Bellator?
No, he
Contract's
still
up.
wants to fight. The question is, are they going to re-sign him?
Would Bellator hook it up?
No,
you got
he's
Tito,
gonna stay in the
Rampage,
UFC.
and Dan Henderson?
I think he stays in the UFC.
Maybe.
It's just he's had some, questionable losses. He had a couple of split decision losses,
Yeah.
and then now this one.
3 in a row.
It's kind of hard to beat Belfort in Brazil. 3 in a row. I say let him fight on.
Right on.
He's 43 for fuck's sake.
Yep. Soon
That
to
was
be-
a shitty stoppage. There should be an immediate rematch.
Come on now.
Immediate rematch, Ingo,
That's crazy.
in Vegas.
The only thing I really wanted to see was what would happen if the fight didn't get stopped. If Dan somehow was able to get up, I think maybe Vitor has no more gas after that because he went for broke. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm going for broke.
Yeah?
I don't care."
Hmm.
Gotta love it though.
True. What's next for Belfort, then?
Well, he wants the winner of Weidman Anderson Silva.
I'm okay with that.
I like it too.
Done.
That fight, if it's Weidman, I don't think you can do that in Brazil and make the biggest
It's
card
not
ever.
fair to him.
But if you do Anderson Silva, Vitor Belfort in Brazil, could be the biggest card ever in UFC history. As long as they stack a couple more fighters on there. You fucking bring like Junior Dos Santos in that shit.
Is that guy retarded?
Do some Jose Aldo. Is he retarded?
It looks like he
not
got
sure.
me retarded. I
I'm not
mean
sure.
that with all due respect, but
Yeah.
fucking Christ,
I think
man.
he's fucking delusional, saying I don't know that he could beat.
I think the man wants an ice cream sandwich.
Nom 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 nom.
There's another story. I'm sorry. We gotta digress a little. I think I told it once. I was at a Blackhawks game, and there were a few retarded gentlemen in the crowd, and sitting over there. And you know how when you're at a sporting event, you dial up something, the vendor likes to fire it at you.
Okay.
Well, the retarded gentleman,
Like pocket pussies?
you goddamn right. He orders up the ice cream sandwich, and I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna end well. Vendor fires it at him, fucking hits him square in the head.
I don't think you've told this story.
Fucking, and the guy doesn't give a shit, because you know what? He got his fucking ice cream sandwich. He was happy as shit.
For hitting
Happy
me in the
as
face
shit.
with some
He
ice
ate it.
cream.
He's ate the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. I got my
terrible.
sandwich. So happy. It was such a joyous day.
Sometimes it seems like it would be nice to be able to be that oblivious to the negativity in the world, don't you think?
Fuck yeah.
Because I think as normal human beings, we're always concerned about how we look, what we do, whatever. And, you know, people with disabilities or, you know, learning disabilities, whatever, sometimes it's nice because they don't have all that bullshit, you know? You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I try to drink myself retarded
Yeah.
every fucking night.
No.
I don't drink that often.
You know, he doesn't drink that often. No.
Just off what I do drink.
I'll drink to that.
Did we talk about Jeremy Stevens, KO?
Oh, no, we forgot. We talked about
Jesus Christ. The guy's ducking down as Jeremy's throwing a head.
Honey
kick.
James.
Oh, looked like he died.
Honey James? Is that his name?
Ingo. I don't know. I'm caught up in the moment.
Fucking whatever.
And then he has to fucking Dan Henderson on the way down, and he throws it like a true puncher. Body goes through first, punch follows next.
It was unnecessary.
It was awesome. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh my God.
This man cannot be stopped at 145 pounds.
I cannot believe he made 145. He's huge. Are you kidding me?
That was awesome. That was almost, what was the other guy you were talking about? The
Dos años.
took that uppercut. Coo!
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens is making a case for himself for being one of the most prolific knockout artists in MMA right now. Guy's crazy, man. He's fucking knocking people out like crazy.
I don't know about that.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm trying to adjust this mic. I bought a new clip, and apparently it's not working.
It's because your pecs are huge.
I try, Ringo.
Every time you get excited, his shit pops off.
Ding!
He has an explosion.
I've got big tits and
Jizz everywhere.
bigger nipples.
All good.
There's a story I could tell, but I don't know.
Do we have anything else about the UFC in Brazil?
I think we're good. I think we should move along before I should just forget that story.
Okay, good. Moving on to UFC 167, St. Pierre versus Hendricks. Not in Canada. It's happening in Las Vegas.
Is that why he went under all this vigorous drug testing?
Yes.
Because he knew he had to be clean?
And they paid him lots of money. Vada did. November 16th, happening in a week. It's fucking epic. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Wrestler versus wrestler versus wrestler versus wrestler versus wrestler versus wrestler.
Yeah, and there's some things that bother me because Robert Drysdale was supposed to fight on this card, which would have been interesting.
But he was high levels of testosterone.
Also, Frank Mir and Overeem were supposed to fight on this card, but they got moved, which kind of bugs me.
And here's another one. How about Cerrone versus Dunham not being on the main card?
Are they on the undercard on this fucker?
They're on the, I think it's the Fox Sports 1 prelims.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Donald Cerrone, how quickly they fall.
Yeah. Then they put some other pie on the main card.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
pie fights, Ingo.
Pie fights. Shall we get into it?
Go ahead. What else do I want to say? Nothing.
What do you mean go ahead? It's your show. You got your shit to do here. Oh, my iPad is frozen.
That's my network. I'm blackballing you right now. That's right.
There we go.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, we got Josh.
Cuz!
Check. It's okay. 17-7 versus Tyrone.
The chosen one.
Whitley. He is 11-2. Koscheck, 29% of his wins by KO. 29% by submission. Whoa, Heat just kicked on. Watch yourself. Woodley, 18% of his wins by KO, 45% by submission. What do you see going on?
I'm trying to... Okay.
enjoy this fight with two epic wrestlers that'll probably end up in a stand-up war. Hopefully they'll fight 1900 style, like boxers.
I'm not seeing
like
this.
True gentlemen.
It's like, man, I just don't understand what's going on with this fight, but and certainly I have not been a huge Josh Koscheck fan.
Oh, God.
But Tyron Woodley was at one time someone I was watching as an up and coming guy. He's kind of gone like hot and cold in his last few fights, so I'm not sure what to think about this. But I don't know if this opens the pay-per-view. Is that right? Or is there?
No, there's one. The other pies I haven't heard of fighting.
Okay. I'm not expecting great things here, and I think it's going to be 3 rounds of boring.
Whoa!
And unfortunately, I feel like Koscheck's time is come and gone.
I agree with that.
And Woodley is a superior athlete, and maybe he has the better skills both in the wrestling department and in athleticism and maybe the stand-up. I don't know. But I think it's going to be a grind-him-out kind of fight, and I think Woodley takes a split decision. It's not going to be pretty. What do you say?
Well, Koscheck also, he's training at his own gym now because he had that split. And I wonder about his training partners, his camp. He doesn't seem like he's the same person since he fought GSP. He's kind of...
Because that eyeball?
Yeah. Is he going to get poked in the eye, by the way, at this
finger banging? It's not Phil. It's not, what the fuck is his name? Anthony Johnson?
Yeah.
No finger banging of the eyeballs.
Missed those. But Koscheck, he was talking about this fight, and this is his quotes. He says, he comes to fighting, he says, I'm going to come, and I'm going to fight. Guess that's better than fucking going to fight and going to come.
Very nice.
I'm out of control already. But Koscheck thinks he's going to win this fight with cardio, which could be because you could see Woodley possibly blowing it out in the first couple of rounds. Mm-hmm. But it's tough. It's tough. I want to look at experience.
Koscheck
you got to say
looks like a penis.
That's fine.
With his head, his bushy head.
That sounds racist to me, but whatever, Ingo.
I don't know.
Fucking racist son of a bitch. You might as well just put a white pride tattoo on yourself.
Curly white ass hair. What do you mean? Koscheck is white. What are you talking about? Isn't he?
I don't know. See, every time you ask me a question, I'm going to say, I don't know.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Sorry.
I don't know.
Keep going.
I lost my train of thought. But I was going to go with experience. So, Koscheck has a hell of a lot more experience. He's fought a lot tougher fighters than Woodley. So, it's going to be tough for Woodley, but I agree that I think the wrestling negates, and a stand-up war will ensue, hopefully 1900 style, and I'm going to take
fucking
gentlemanly.
Okay.
Gentlemen. I like Woodley via Loud Mom in the corner. How about that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Fedor versus Henderson. All you hear is his mom screaming out, like, kick his ass, Tyrone! Or whatever she was screaming. She was loud.
Fucking loud, man.
She's got some pipes on her.
Yep.
So I'm taking Woodley decision. Did you just say Juggy?
I don't know nothing.
You better watch yourself.
What are you talking about?
This is another man's
That
mother.
shall be blurred out.
No, I'm going to put a couple of big jugs up in there now. Up in your mouth.
Pouring jugs.
He's trying to make me tell the jug story. I can't tell it!
No, don't do it.
And the Magic 8 Ball. Did you take Woodley too?
I certainly did.
Very doubtful. Magic 8 Ball will take Woodley. Make it a trifecta. Wow, is it getting hot in here?
It is.
This is awesome.
Fucking heat.
My heat wants to just fucking
awesome.
drill down. Drill down.
Here we go. Ooh, this is a good one.
All right, we got Rory.
The Canadian Psycho.
McDonald, he's 15-1 versus
Ruthless.
Hobby Lawler.
Brilliant, though.
He's 21-9. McDonald, 40% of his wins by KO, 40% by submission. Lawler, 86% of his wins by KO, 5% by submission. So Lawler with a semi-resurgence moving down to 170. Beat Koscheck and someone else. Submission defense looks pretty on point and a little better with like the takedown defense too. Yeah, you look at McDonald, he took a lot of criticism for his last fight against Ellenberger, especially from Dana White, who's saying, oh, all he did was throw a fucking couple of jabs out there and a couple of kicks. He didn't really engage.
You learned that from GSP.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, too, is this the mental side where if, in that fight, if he had a good performance, like a dominant performance, and put Ellenberger away, that would have put him in title contention. So I wonder mentally if he purposely put on a
shitty performance.
Yeah, subpar performance
I
to
am not
not
impressed with your
go
performance.
for a title shot.
Maybe. Then he wouldn't be able to. Never mind. I'll stop my thought. Something.
But you look at how he fought against BJ Penn, where he pretty much did whatever he wanted on the feet, and you can't do the same thing or be a little more aggressive against Ellenberger.
He could, but he prefers to play off his knees.
What do you say, good sir?
Nothing. I'm just saying. Double leg takedown.
I don't know. I think McDonald's better than Lawler in every aspect of this fight.
True.
With the exception maybe to knockout power.
True.
So I take McDonald via second round sub.
Okay.
What say you?
Well, I think you made a good point. I looked at this breakdown and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Rory McDonald is like way better at everything than Lawler. Way better. Better wrestling, better striking, better cardio, better, creative stuff, better everything. But the one thing that he doesn't have is Lawler is just fucking ruthless, as his nickname says.
Hence.
The guy's dangerous, dude. If you give him an opening, Jesus Christ, he will knock you out.
He'll rectify it.
Yes, he will. And we've seen it time and time again. And I think Rory has shown in recent fights that he gets a little bit, he checks out. He gets flashy, he gets a little bit wacky, whatever. And I think against a power puncher, that's an extreme mistake. And I think the first round will be a lot of Rory dominating Lawler, frustrating him. But I think he gets complacent in the second round. He gets a little bit flashy, and Robbie's going to catch him like he's caught many guys before and knock him out. And it's going to suck because Robbie shouldn't win this, but he will.
Blasphemous.
I say KO, second round early within the first minute and a half of that second round. That's my call.
All right. Magic 8 Ball. Liner. Decidedly so. Rory McDonald.
What does a liner mean?
It landed right on the line.
Yeah, but do you have to re-roll?
I have to re-roll.
Okay, sorry. Re-rack?
He said rack.
I did. I like the rack.
Not telling
I
that
like
story.
to move it,
Big
move
titty,
it.
Big nibble, dog bit the nipple. What?
Tibbles? Nibbles?
Can't tell it. All right, we got Rashad
Sugar!
Evans. He's 18-3-1 versus Shale.
The American Gangster!
Still wearing that shirt. Sonnen.
You have that.
He's 28-13-1. Evans, 33% of his wins by KO. 11 serpents. There we go. 11 serpents. He has 11 serpents, Ingo. And they submit
probably
people. Yeah, anacondas.
Serpent.
Sonnen. Repent. Serpent.
My sins?
The power of Christ
I have no
compels you.
sins.
The power of Christ compels you.
I shall be saved!
Awesome. Sonnen, 25% of his win by KO. 18% by submission. Is this not the best fight on this fucking card, Ingo?
I ask you this question.
Yo.
Who gives a shit about Chael Sonnen fighting Rashad Evans?
At 205.
At 195, at 20,
At a catch weight.
At fucking anything.
Nobody.
Nobody cares.
It's host versus host. Don't they host many of these MMA shows together?
I don't know what's going on. It's very strange. Doesn't make sense.
Man, boy, love.
Apparently.
Nambla.
Chael Sonnen, though,
What?
he can sell that shit. I gotta love it. Because I watched a bunch of the, Fox, where they interview. I think they had one thing where Kenny Florian was interviewing the two of them, and Chael sold the fight. He made me want to watch it, whatever. But everybody knows this thing is bullshit. There's no animosity. It's just
why this matchup? I don't see what we gain out
nothing.
of it.
Zero. This is at 205 as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Rashad has talked about going down to 185. Sonnen has talked about, I don't know, he's talking about everything. So here's the thing I see. I think they're both great athletes. Rashad, of course, has way more knockouts. But the thing is Chael is one of those guys where he's very persistent, and he can take the fight down, and he can keep it down, and he can grind guys out, and he can be active, and he can be winning. And unfortunately, I think that's going to work against Rashad because I don't think he's that mentally strong.
No, he's not.
And when Chael takes him down over and over again and puts him on his back and just kind of peppers him with shots all night long. He's going to get frustrated. I think Chael takes an easy decision here, 30-27. What say you, sir?
I can't disagree too much, because even Rashad was talking about how he was burnt out before and just kind of going through the motions, and how he's trying to find the love of the grind for training again. And if you have to find the love for it, you're not mentally in it. You're not ready to fight. So the other thing I look at is when he fought John Jones, that it seemed like there was a mental hurdle for him to pass being a friend to a non-friend, and it seemed like that was the beginning to the start of shitty performances where you have a guy who's good at taking people down and doesn't use his wrestling. And then you go in a couple of other fights, and he doesn't use his wrestling, loses to John Jones, loses to who? Like Little Nog.
Yep.
So the other thing with Sonnen on his side, I wonder, does he look past Evans, though? Because he has that Vanderlei Silva fight coming with the coaching fucking
I forgot that was already in the books.
So it's like that. I think that might have even been booked before this fight was booked,
yes.
Which is weird. So I think Chael is mentally tougher, and then you go into this fight, and if Chael goes back to the aggressor like the first time he fought Anderson Silva, was pretty good, and when he fought Shogun and submitted Shogun with a fucking guillotine in the first round, I like Sonnen's chances.
Even Brian Stann, who he overwhelmed.
Yeah, he submitted him.
Yeah.
So I would take Sonnen with decision. I'm not super excited for this fight, but who knows? It'll be the best fight on card ever.
Nah.
2013.
The main event will deliver.
Without a doubt, Rashad Evans.
Nice.
That takes us right into
sponsors. We are brought to you by GoDaddy.com.
That's right. $1.99.com with code 199nuts, 30% off the new orders with 30 deal for. Then there's a website builder for like $1 a month.
WSB4, baby.
Free fucking domain through 2013. Deal with it.
Do you want to do the other ones? No.
There's a lot of other ones.
Host off for. Hey, go to MMAnuts.com/deals with an S.
Yeah, we're not Z.
Okay.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
We're also.
Some people are still putting the Z in.
The Z. It's overplayed.
It was like 90.
Don't do it.
Spell
it the right way, motherfucker. Also, we're brought to you by Defense Soap.
Hopefully a good throw.
Code MMA. Thank you for throwing it nicely this time.
Gentle.
For 15% off your fucking order at Defense Soap.
That's right.
Be there or be rectangular. Also, brought to you by Tweaked Audio.
Long.
Oh, nice. Is this the last pair, by the way? I need another pair.
They need to send us another. We have two.
Okay.
Just go ahead and take
I need
those.
one pair. These are organic. We need to keep these for the show.
Oh, then take the red one.
The non-organic ones.
That box is damaged. I think I fired it at the wall.
It's all good.
To show how tough the packaging was.
Tweaked Audio, 33% off using code MMA Nuts. S, no Z. MMA Nuts. 34% off.
We should just make one with the Z just to fuck with everybody.
It's like 100% off. If you put the Z, you get free shit.
Yeah.
Free dicks in your ass.
They're good for your health.
Also, last but not least,
Rudo Videos.
What's the code?
MMA Nuts.
With an S.
With an S.
5% off. 5.
We should say that every time. MMA Nuts with an S. I think you asked me, though, when we were making this website,
I think I
do you want to put an S or a Z?
You're like, S. That's a good call.
Thank you.
The Z would have been gay.
That would have been a lot of work to try to change that.
Z.
Like, whatever happened to Zima? Is that with an S? It would have been Zima.
That was good shit. The clear, like, wine cooler / whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Ladies loved it, especially when it was 50 cents. Anything in the house, you could pull out $5 and buy drinks for everybody. They don't do that much anymore.
No.
Penny pitchers. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Penny pitchers?
And then at night, you have 2 pitchers, 1 in each hand.
Yeah, but that's
your man.
You know what? When you're young, you can deal with that. I can't drink that rubbish.
Oh, not now.
I'll be dead the next day. That's why I prefer to like drink the crazy beers because they don't give me a hangover. When you buy like fucking Miller Lite, besides the fact that I'm used to these like really high alcohol beers, Dude, my head hurts the next day if I drink a whole bunch of them.
I hear you.
I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? But if you drink good liquor or whatever, you got your Bloody Marys over there. If you don't fuck around, then you don't get a hangover. It's all good.
I don't know. I thought I was going to die. I drank half a bottle at Captain Morgan that other week, and it was bad news. Bad news. Don't drink. It's
Depends on
bad.
the size of the bottle, Matt.
It's a good one.
Matt only deals in gallons. You drank a half
I'm
gallon.
drinking Costco
In
/ Sam's Club sizes. Are we here?
We're here.
Are we queer?
We're not queer.
We do not steer or
Queer?
veer. You want a beer?
Yes, I do. Cheers.
Nice. All right, we got George
Rush!
St. Pierre. He is 24-2 versus Hani. What? Johnny
Okay. Big!
Hendricks. He has a 15-1. One less loss than GSP. GSP 33% of his wins by KO, 21% by submission, a lot by fucking decision. Hendricks 53% of his wins by KO, 7% by submission. Who's going first on this?
Go for it, sir.
Well, we talked about the prime times on this, about the obsessions with GSP and Hendricks.
obsessed.
When I eat, I think about Johnny. When I shower, I think about Johnny. When I jerk off, I think about Johnny. All that shit.
That would be so awesome. If he was literally jerking off thinking about Johnny Hendricks.
I don't
That
know.
would be fucking awesome.
Well, you should have fucked with him and said, oh, when he goes to the octagon, remember? He's like, oh, he learns that Johnny Hendricks has got an octagon, so what does he go out and do?
He buys an octagon.
Well, he should have told him he was drinking like elephant semen, so then the GSP would have been, oh, I gotta go out and get the whale semen. Fuck it, I get semen of semen! What? Okay.
I don't know.
You cannot one-up me!
Go ahead,
I
GSP.
win! Worst GSP
Johnny,
impression
where's
ever.
the head games, man? You be fucking smart. Do some weird shit.
But here's, look at GSP and how he wins his fights. It's all decisions, Ingo, and I'll say it once and I'll say it again. 7 of his last 8 fights. Decision. And he plays it safe. And he can be obsessed as he want and talk all of this mad black eye, I'm tough, there's a dark side, all this other bullshit. At the end of the day, he's going to go back to jab, 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 takedown, jab, jab, takedown. So I see a semi-uneventful event for GSP en route to possibly his decision.
Okay.
But Hendricks, he's got a 6-fight win streak, and he's been going first round KO, and then a decision win. KO, decision. KO, decision.
KO?
He's ready for a KO.
He
The stats don't lie. But I wonder about his cardio, so that's the big thing. Like, GSP would probably employ that jab, jab, takedown shit and grind him out for 3 rounds, and then how does Hendricks look round 4? How does he look round 5? I want Hendricks to win. I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
I'd like to see GSP dethroned. And I think Hendricks has enough power in both hands to be able to do that. You look at the Condit fight. Condit, he threw a sneaky fucking head kick that GSP wasn't expecting and dropped him.
Yes.
But GSP had the wherewithal to get his shit back together and come back. So I could see Hendricks possibly dropping him at some point. I don't know if it will render him unconscious, Matt Serra style. Serra followed it up with a bunch of shots, but he's never been coldly like knocked out, toes, like face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
Like Andrei Arlovsky? A la Fedor, fucking whatever that
Flying
was.
knee.
That
Yeah.
was brutal.
So I take GSP by decision,
Okay. I can respect
unfortunately.
that. Okay.
Go.
I've gone back and forth on this, and I'm trying to figure out, like, which GSP are we getting? Because I look back at the stats, and since 2009, this man has not finished a fight. No. It's almost 5 years. And I know he's been winning.
It's
and
just
I
play
know-
it safe.
I know he's a champ. I know he always fights the best, and you got to respect that. And I understand that he's evolved. You know, he went from a guy who was just winning to a guy who's winning with purpose. You know, he's got his jab, he's got his takedowns, he's working the guy. You know, he looked all right. Was it Diaz? Which one was the fight where he came back from the knee injury? Was that Diaz?
Sure.
I mean,
Here you go. I don't know.
you don't know. Or was it Condit? I think it was
probably
Condit.
Condit.
Condit, yeah.
Because
So
that's why I gave Condit more of a chance to
yeah.
beat him.
So and he looked like he went balls to the wall in that fight, and then at some point he flipped the switch and was like, "Whoa, I don't want to fuck with this guy. I'm going to do the jab takedown." And that's what you were saying a minute ago was what his style is. The thing that irks me is that in the prime times I'm watching George, and he's got a black eye. He seems like he's obsessed with Johnny Hendricks. So I'm thinking, okay, we're going to get a different George St. Pierre than we ever got. But the history doesn't lie.
And the other thing, he never mentioned anything about finishing, though.
No.
And he did that in all the other fights. I ain't going to finish this guy. I'm going to finish this guy. So
the only thing he said was, is if I lose, it will be by knockout or submission.
Oh, so he won't lose by decision.
Correct. He
Or
doesn't.
no
He's not going to lose by decision.
He's not going to
right.
illegal shot him, 12-6 elbow.
I'm trying to. I'm like I want Johnny Hendricks to win, and I know the man has ridiculous power. I don't think George can take him down so easy in the first couple of rounds because Johnny is a very good wrestler. I want to say he's a more accomplished and better wrestler than George's is, but he's not a better athlete. So,
but it's you got to look at it at MMA though.
Yes,
like an MMA wrestler, I think George is better.
Well, we'll see. I mean, the takedown defense is big.
I will say the Koscheck fight, because Koscheck was pretty solid. Koscheck did take GSP down a couple times, but he kind of popped back up.
That is true. Johnny has those ridiculous hands, and it's like, you had mentioned before we started taping that, Condit tagged GSP a few times, and I think he got hit by a little bit by Nick Diaz here and there. And the problem is with Johnny is if he hits you, it's fucking trouble. So it's like, is he going to be able to hit George? And I don't think he is. That's the problem. I want him to so badly, but I'm going to have to agree with you. I think George...
What if he comes out and just John Fitches him?
Let's go bananas.
Knock Fitch out in like fucking 12 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, same with Martin Kampmann. I mean, it can happen. I'm not going to lie that there's not a chance, and I believe George is...
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes.
All right, sweet.
I believe that George is fully prepared for that. He understands that this guy presents a ridiculous threat on standing, which is why he's not going to play that game. And I really got to believe it's a jab takedown, leg kick, kind of like just Josh Koscheck just fucking beat Johnny to a pulp. He's going to frustrate him to no end because he's going to, why can I not hit this guy? I don't understand what's going on. And 5 rounds later, he's going to be beat up, and George is going to get his hands raised. It's a smart move, but I got to say, out of all the fights he's had, this is the one where you should maybe go against the grain. Don't you think?
What do you mean?
Well, Johnny has a really good chance of knocking him out.
Well, that's why I think he plays it even safer.
Maybe. I mean,
why engage in that? Jab, jab, push kick. Jab, jab, leg kick.
What if Johnny's like, I don't give a shit about your fucking jab. Hit me in the face. I don't care. I'm hitting you anyways.
He could circle off like Condit did to Nick Diaz.
Yeah, true.
That wasn't running away. It was circling off.
I know. We will agree to disagree on that one.
That was strategy.
Crafty mastery.
That was cagemanship.
Yeah. So I got to take GSP. Smart money is, but my heart is with Johnny Hendricks.
Yeah.
Please get the knockout. If you get the knockout, I might fucking shit my pants.
Beard power.
It's awesome.
Beard power.
What does 8-Ball say? I hope it's Johnny Hendricks.
Concentrate and ask again.
Okay.
GSP.
Mm.
So sorry.
That's what they call the death touch.
Dim
muck.
Motherfucker! That's the nuts. All right, Stuart Harrison asks, and I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting more and more annoyed with Brazilian crowds. How about you guys? It's gotten to the point where I root for the non-Brazilian just to shut the crowd up.
Well, they're pretty quiet in general, aren't they?
Brazil? No, that's Japan. You're out of control. Blasphemy.
I thought they get really quiet when the Brazilians get knocked out.
Oh, yeah. They don't like
say
the
shit.
Americans. I thought you were just saying in general.
Oh, no. I
was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, when the Americans knock out Brazilians, they get pissed.
And then when there's 2 Brazilians fighting, they get confused and they boo. It was crazy because did you watch the one fight? It was the 2 Brazilian fighters, and the one guy took the other guy down, and they just started booing. Apparently we don't like jiu-jitsu in Brazil now. Huh. Interesting.
Raffian versus whatever?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I recall. Vaguely.
It was very confusing.
I was drunk at the time. I was gonna go to school and then I got high.
Yeah.
I was gonna watch some
You
UFC.
smoke 2 joints
but
in the
then I got
morning?
high.
Smoke 2 joints at night.
Yes.
And whatever. And then Stuart's other question: which overall card did you guys think was better, Saturday or the Fight for the Troops? And he says personally, he loved the Fight for the Troops. So much positive energy.
Dude, that was Saturday. Come
Yeah,
on, it's not hands
fucking
down.
Belfort.
All the finishes and shit. You gotta be kidding me. Fucking awesome.
Ryan Smith asks, UFC on Fox 10 will be in Chicago. Odds are no title fight as the main event, but who would you like to see as the main event?
Fox 10.
Yeah.
Andre Arlovsky, Tim Sylvia.
Thank you. Number 6. They just posted a picture. I don't know who put it up, if it was Tim Sylvia or Robbie Lawler, but it was like the whole crew, less Matt Hughes. You had Pulver, Miletich, Sylvia, and Lawler all posing together. And Pulver looks swole.
Of course. He's playing that World of Warcraft.
He looked bigger than Lawler in the picture.
That's awesome.
I think it was perspective, though. He might have been forward.
Hard to tell sometimes.
I want to say, Aldo versus Lamas is happening at UFC 169, and that's the beginning of February. And this card is the end of January. That card also has Cruz versus Barral. So I think you need to pull Lamas versus Aldo. Plus, Lamas is a fucking Chicago guy, so why the fuck wouldn't he fight in Chicago?
I don't know.
For the title.
Because it's free. They don't want to do that
Fucking
shit.
makes sense. You need to...
All the ones that pay-per-view money.
Probably.
Yeah.
Get that Fox money, bitch. Fox money.
Da-da-da-da-da.
They have other music, but it still fucking annoys the shit out of me. And I'll tell you what else annoys the shit out of me. Kenny Florian! Someone needs to replace him. He's killing me. Him and Anna killed the fucking show for me.
Fucking 7 inches or something.
What?
Did you hear him talking about 7 inches?
No.
I forgot. I should have wrote that down. He was talking about something about 7 inches of something.
7 inches of snow.
I don't know. He was something. I think
Informer.
it was a funny comment.
Player, lick it boom boom down.
Snow?
Yeah.
That's snow?
7 inches of snow. I thought that was the name of his album.
I don't know.
Informer.
Informer? Is that the only song he has?
That's all I know. That's all I got.
Okay, I'm with you.
All right, Ryan Smith. Thoughts on Brandon Ruckus Thatch? Known him for years and finally happy to see him get the attention he deserves. The guy is a killer.
Yes, he is.
He's a killer.
That's all.
Isn't that a Queen song?
He's a killer queen. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, on fire,
Is
Ringo.
it Killer Queen? Is that the song?
Yes.
I'm slightly drunk. Sorry.
I'm getting there. This vodka is delicious, and it gets hotter and hotter every sip I take, every breath you make. Justin Deiterbaum
I'll be
Carter.
watching you.
You goddamn right. Do you think Hendo goes the route of Chuck Liddell after getting, he's using big words, cold cocked by Vitor? And what's your thoughts on 3-fight losing streaks being more common?
No.
Okay.
There was a lot of
Moving right
questions
along.
there. I was just saying.
So
no.
he's not going the route of Chuck Liddell
No.
in 3-fight.
Dude, one
losing
knockout
streaks.
does not make a Chuck Liddell.
Or an Andre Arlovsky.
He's my favorite fighter ever, by the way. Or an Andre Arlovsky, thank you. But, I mean, dude, he got starched by one dude. Big deal.
One dude who hit him on the button. You got to look at the volume of punches and strikes
Crazy.
on the button. Within 3 seconds, there was 72 strikes landed upon the button.
Well, that's the other thing,
No
too.
man will stay standing.
You were talking about an early stoppage earlier, but Jesus Christ. You let that go another 2 seconds and Dan takes like 92 more shots. That's not really fair.
But let it go 3 more seconds and Vitor's gassed out.
That's
so
true.
fuck.
That's right.
Oh,
He
bets
does
are
100
off.
punches in
All
4
bets
seconds.
are off.
Yeah.
Isaac Eo, what were your guys' reaction when Hendo got KO'd? KO'd? KO'd.
Well, I was drunk at the time. I'm not gonna lie, but I literally jumped out of my seat. I was like, no, it's crazy.
I found Jesus. I found Jesus, Cinco.
I did not expect it
That's
to be
the
over
first
that quickly.
word. Jesus Christ. And at least my daughter says that now.
Jesus Cristo.
Like she does something or hurts herself. She's like, Jesus Christ.
hurt myself today. Let's see if I still feel.
Today.
The needle tears a hole, Matt.
The needle.
It's that old familiar sting.
The old familiar sting.
What have I become?
What have
My sweetest friend.
Just keep feeding me the words. My Swedish
Everyone
friend.
I know
My
goes away in the end.
Swedish friend.
Very sad song.
It is. It's better when what's his face does it.
Trent
Johnny
Reznor?
Cash.
Oh yeah, it's going.
Isaac Yeo. We already did that one. Sorry. Anders Peterson. Who had more TRT, Henderson or Belfort? You're fucking more drunk than I am.
Definitely
right
Belfort.
Yes. In the last question, Ruben Allen Andrade.
Okay.
Bellator versus UFC ring card girls.
Ooh.
This is a fucking easy one. Bella Whore.
I think they're more
Jade
stacked. aren't
Bryce
they? Oh,
and
yeah.
Mercedes Terrell. Yes, they have much more meat on
What
the
about
bone.
naming? Listen,
And I want to put bone on that meat.
if you have, it's nice.
Fucking bitches.
If you name your daughter Mercedes,
It's not a
seriously,
name.
that's not fucking right. Is that
Well, look at the names. You have Jade, which is a
coming to the
precious,
stage?
a precious gem, or Mercedes, which is a high-end luxury machine.
It's not their real names.
I hope to God not,
It could
because you're
be.
setting them up for success and/or
He's
failure.
working on a pole for a living.
Yeah. Brian's got a pole in his basement.
Does
Like
he
I
really?
have a pole in my
Awesome.
basement.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
But your pole is very thick.
This is thick
Take-
too. It's all about the thick poles,
Thick
ladies.
poles for thick women.
That's right.
Dude, speaking of which, I
Go.
saw this video on YouTube the other day where
we
some
go.
chick was like trying to do like pole dancing classes.
Fucking eat it.
It's too big. I just fucking pulled the pole right down. I was just
Was
laughing.
it a portable pole? Or
Yes, it was a portable
see,
one.
those portable ones
I
are-
just about pissed myself. It was at work too. I was just freaking out. People are like, "What is
This
wrong
this
with
guy
this?"
does?
I don't care.
I
They think
gotta
I'm
watch
crazy.
these fucking strip
Like,
pole
it was a
fails.
CNN article or something. I don't know. Fox News. What do I know? It's popular. There's pole dancing classes. Your women. Can
They
take.
are.
So it's good exercise.
Yeah, I hear you.
As is blowjobs.
I think more ladies should be involved in them.
And it's good for your health. Blowjobs are good for your health.
It actually they are the semen.
Semen.
A lot of nutrients, a lot
That's
of
right.
protein.
Yes. Zinc.
Take it down, ladies. It's very good for the complexion too.
Smear it everywhere. Just put it
So
all
wherever
over.
you can get it, it actually. Did you know it makes your breasts grow larger?
No, I did not know this.
It drops your body fat
You have to
percent.
rub it on your breast or just ingest it?
Preferably, if you get it shot in your eye,
Perfect.
it's what do they call that? It's like helps your speeds your metabolism up. The more load you take in the eye, the higher your
What
metabolism.
about up the
goes.
nose?
I don't know about that. In the ear is better.
Okay.
Right into knowledge before you digress and dig us any
Jesus
deeper.
Christ.
So I'm gonna take a drink.
Knowledge
Oh,
section of the show.
So, I'm going to a doctor because I'm having more intestinal issues, celiac disease, possibly Crohn's disease. Getting a blood test, and then we gotta do the stool sample, right? So they give you these two fucking little tubes that seal, and then they have some liquid in each one. And there's a fill-to line on here, and then they give you this little plastic container like a kitty shitter. Like your kid was shit in, and it goes over the toilet or under the toilet. I wasn't quite sure how it worked, but I finagled it in there. But then the question is, you don't want to undershoot and not have enough in there. So you're trying to gauge, like, how much shit am I going to put in this container
So disgusting.
to load up these...
I had an appetite and it's somehow gone.
Hang on, to load up these two vials. So
oh my god.
I'm like thinking, is 80%? Should I 80%? I'm like, fuck it, I'm 80%ing.
Okay.
So I go with 80% because I figure that's a safe bet. I'll make sure I'll have enough. You don't realize how much 80% is until you're done. And then, Jesus Christ, you're like a fucking goddamn mad scientist. And I have 200 times the amount that I need to put in the tube, Zingo. And it's like putting fucking hot peanut butter into the tube like a goddamn mad scientist. And I'm over the line. And let me tell you,
Over the line, man. Over the line.
the smell is not
You
pleasant.
know what I'm talking about.
I'm like, I don't remember eating this much
You do.
meat. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, this is the most fucked up
sounds
thing
very
I think I've
disgusting.
ever had to do. I think I had to do it one other time, but this is. You might want to undershoot, is what I'm saying. Don't shit too much into said container. It's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Because then you have a big bowl of shit. And what are you supposed to do with that?
Flush it.
It didn't quite come out. I'm trying to
See,
dump
your
it.
kids are past that stage. My kids are still in the diaper stage. Well, my daughter is, and then my son is in the pull-up stage, so he's poops in there because he's not comfortable pooping on the toilet yet. So I'm just, my life is a bunch of shit. It's literally,
I hear ya.
this is what it is.
It's
So I'm okay
crazy
with it.
when you see how much kids can shit.
My God,
Like what that fucking log of shit.
are you kidding me?
Literally, it's like a fucking
Fucking
can
ridiculous.
of soup
And he
just came
thinks
out of
it's
your
funny.
asshole.
He fucking laughs at me. He goes, I'm like, you son of a bitch. That's a lot of fucking shit for a little kid. It's like 4.5, almost 5. Like, that's ridiculous. What are you eating? But, so I'm okay with that. I can understand, but it's still disgusting. You're
Yeah.
fucking scooping your shit out.
Oh, this is the grossest thing ever.
So you had to, take the sample into the doctor?
Yeah, I had to give it to the lady who collects the blood.
Is there a brown bag?
Well, I put it in a Rainforest Cafe bag.
Nice.
Wanted
There you
to
go.
be a little fancy.
Well,
And then
ambiance for
a
you.
little Ziploc
My
bag.
shit is special.
Well, and then they had
Ziploc bag.
they had to draw blood too, so I figured I don't want to trump her early with the shit, so I'll sneak it in afterwards until I have a stool sample she can
I
collect.
have this bag of shit with me.
I want to make sure we draw
Like-
blood, we're all cool, and then tell her, oh, by the way, I have a stool sample in my coat pocket for you.
Your coat bag.
Where else are you supposed to put it?
I don't know.
Break out my baggie.
Woo! I've been sitting on this.
Here you go,
all
lady.
day.
You have a garbage I may dispose of said Rainforest Cafe bag in. I do not need this anymore. No more food will
Oh,
be
Jesus
transported
Christ.
in here.
The human body is disgusting when it comes
Because again, whoever designed this is a fucking idiot. Like, why do I have to take a shit 7 times a day? Why do I have to pee 36 times a day?
7 times a day is a lot, dude.
Ugh.
Maybe 2 or 3. 7 times is quite a lot.
I don't know. It's
You're
a lot.
ingesting
Ingo.
too much.
It's minimum
stuff.
3 to 5. 3 to 5. I'm
Shits?
regular.
Shits?
Yeah, but ladies, they're lucky if they get 1 a week.
I don't know. I think the shit more, but maybe not.
No, they don't. Because my toilets get clogged. These ladies
When the
clog
ladies goes
toilets. If you shit 4 times a day, you wouldn't clog a fucking toilet.
yeah,
True. Plungers.
yeah, that's true. I think my wife hides it now. I remember when we were in college, there was one time where she didn't hide it. I was like, this is the most disgusting shit ever. What the fuck? The fuck did you do in here?
Yeah. They're wrecking shit.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
I think they hang on to the ceiling. It's like, it's coming. It's 7 days worth of shit.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
It's fucking
It's
like-
out of the water.
You don't even
shit.
need to flush. It just goes right down. It just explodes.
Yeah. That's it. Done.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
That has been the craziest
Worst
show ever. Worst, best?
I don't know.
Thanks for watching. My name is Ingo Weigold.
Meg Griffith,
It's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. See you next time.
thanks for playing.